Okay, good morning, everybody. We are in the shop today. It is New Year's Eve day, and yesterday I went down and picked up this new sander that we are going to put together in the shop today and hopefully find a place for it. I'll show you what we got going on. So yesterday you saw us dragging this into the shop. So we're going to open that box up, do a little unboxing. I'm going to clean my shop first because, of course, my shop is always a mess. I don't get to have one of those shops that's all perfect all the time. My shop actually gets used and used a lot for a lot of stuff. But this is going to kind of replace this little sander that you see me use a lot in my videos. This little belt sander I have here. We're gonna remove this and set this new one right here, and hopefully it's gonna take its place, but not sure I want to get rid of that one completely. So first step, I'm gonna clean up a little bit and get busy. So this one I do have wired for 220 or 240 volts. And the other one comes pre-wired at 110. So I'm going to have to rewire that one so it can run off 240. So I'm just wheeling this out of the way for now. Jump underneath all the wheels. Yeah, so this new one's going to sit in here, and you know, it might just stick out in the shop a little bit further this way. I really don't, this space here, I can walk around it, because I might just set both of these up side by side right here, so that I can get to that dust control. That thing I need to use, and I don't want to run my hoses up and over and everything. That's where that stays for now, but I still want to be able to open this up to 5 feet, if I need to, for cross-cutting plywood on my table saw. Okay, I have the shop somewhat cleaned up to where I can work on this now. I have my box here. I have my instructions over there that came with it. Let's do a little unboxing here and see what is in this box. So this belt sander, oscillating belt sander, it's a 6x89 oscillating belt sander. There's a picture of it right there. An Oliver, made in Taiwan, and Taiwan machinery. It's some of the best around these days. Taiwan makes really good stuff. If you can find anything that's not made in China, buy it. It looks like there's another instructions there. This one they hand gave me at the warehouse when I went and picked it up. All packed in nice grease. You can tell it's a pretty quality machine when it's got that nice cast table on it and all the crinkle paint on the motor. So you can see there it's a 1.5 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower, single phase. Yeah, I just need to rewire the switch for the 220. Well, I'm going to get this out of the box. I'm telling you what, the paint job on this thing is beautiful. It's really nice. So that is the base that I got to put all together. Get as much out of this box as I can. And that's the end table, so that you can use the barrel for doing contour sanding projects. Set that over there. Let's take a little WD-40 to this in here and see if that cuts that grease. Yeah, that takes a lot of it off. Of course, my WD-40 is almost empty. Wow, it comes packed in a lot of grease. It's in nice shape. It's a nice tool. Look at that table. Nice machined cast table. Okay, so we got the owner's manual open here, and here is the step 1. Let's open that little package up there. Okay, there's got to be another package here. This has a lot of it here, but it says to start off with the little rubber feet. And I don't see the little rubber feet here. So go dig around the box. Okay, step number 1. Mount the feet onto the cabinet over here. Okay, the feet are pretty straightforward. Little dogs on the bottom, little bolt. It's a 12mm nut that goes on the, so they are metric, of course, coming from Taiwan. I got my 12mm and I got my metric screwdriver. Let's go ahead. So it only has a washer on the outside and inside just a nut. That's all they're giving me. They're rubber. They're rubber, so I'm thinking snug is good enough. Do that 4 times. Okay, next step is to attach side panels to the back panel. And you know what? These things here, I'm going to actually do this upside down because the side panels get hung up off the floor. The side panels get hung up off the floor. Like so. So you can see I'm just going to continue doing that right there, putting those bolts in. Nut in the washer, bolt in the washer, washer, lock, washer, nut. I just speeded things up a little bit here with my driver and an extension. Pretty heavy duty. It is not a wimpy thing. So now we put the shelf in it, according to the instructions. So this basically just goes in like this. That's it. It's just a couple simple little screws. I'll screw that in. You see there's just a couple little simple screws. I'll put those in and leave them loose for now and then tighten them up after it's all put together. I'm going to go ahead and lay this thing down so that I can actually reach those nuts and bolts. There you go. Good as new. And I will go ahead and tighten down that shelf now. Just a standard Phillips head. Plenty tight. There it is. Check out the nice little handle on that. Man, that is a nice logo they did there. Still doing their cool logo. Established in 1890. So look at this cool little locking handle. Spring loaded. That's a nice little feature. Then of course I'll store all my sanding belts and whatever down below. Well, it looks like the next step is to actually take the whole unit, the sanding unit, and mount it to the base. Man, this thing really does weigh quite a bit. It's not a heavy unit at all. It's great for a home shop here. So I'm thinking it's going to go about like that. I'm going to have to see when I set the top on here just how much space. You see, if it sticks out a little bit more than the other one, that's fine. I can walk around. This space doesn't get really used for anything. You know, I should have enough room here to work any panels that I'll be working. And I think I'll set the other one up right here next to it and keep it. And I'll stick the dust control right there. Should work. We'll see. Get Charles to help me lift that thing on there. Okay. We're gonna lift that on there as soon as I can get Charles to come help. See what that boy's up to. All right, let's lift this thing up and see if we can get on top of that. Ready? Yeah. Let's just kind of roll it over. It's gonna be a little heavy. Set it back on there. Okay, I gotta move the base out a little bit. Look at this little feature. Ah, pretty nice little unit.
So that is a nice little plate.
It is. Ready? Okay, let's go your route first. Okay. Line it
Is the
up.
whole thing going to be over here?
I think it's going to be out here a little bit more.
Is it?
It's going to make a little wraparound thing here.
Oh.
You can still cut full sheets of plywood.
Oh, and then come here.
I can work both sides of it. You know what I mean? If I wanted to use the flat side, I can work from this side.
Oh, this is...
This is the table for when it's standing up on edge.
The back side runs on the graphite.
Correct.
So it's a smooth surface.
That is correct.
So this wears down over time.
Maybe a little bit, but it's going to take a long time. I think they have it set up to where it lasts many, many years.
Right.
This all came packed in grease, and I wiped it all off already. Then I think I'm going to take the other sander. I'm going to wheel this one back right over there, and then the dust control. And I'll have them both set up whenever I need them.
Can you hook a third to this?
I'll have to I'm going to go down to Harbor Freight and get another Y, so I can have another cage, another gate, and hook them all up to that. Okay, it comes with one belt. Looks like it's about a 120 grit, I'm guessing. Yeah, no, it's 100 grit. So we'll put this on, and it's got arrows, and I'm presuming it runs this direction. That's it. It's a little tight.
It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. And then we'll put the guard back on it. Oh, it looks like you don't have to take these off. It's got little slots there. See? Okay, so this shows only to use 3 mounting screws on this, and it only comes with 3 mounting screws, so I'm going to put in 3 mounting screws. It shows one in the top. This is the shroud for the dust collecting system to capture the dust coming around. One on the top and 2 down at the bottom. Okay, so it's got the stop bracket here. You loosen this and you open the dust chute. You mount this thing. Okay, so there's the dust control unit, the dust chute. See what else I got to do here. Okay, so I mounted the little bracket here which holds the little end table. I'm going to go ahead and hook that on here and see how that works out. So this goes on here and slides up and down like that. That's a pretty damn nice unit there. Look at that. And of course that's adjustable so that you can use different parts of the table. That would go like that. And of course, you can't use the dust collector when you're using this. Even when it's all the way down, the dust chute does not work. So this only works when you hook it up. But the storage for it, you pull it out, that, and you store it underneath your unit. Down there, and that's the storage for it. So I'm going to go ahead and just hook this up. We're not going to be using that right away for our initial shoot here. So that's in there. We'll close that there like that. Tighten that down there. Tighten that one. So I think we're about there, other than the gauge. You know, it comes with the fence too, or a fence guide here, but I'm not sure I'm going to need this. So let's just show how that works real quick. So it has these two little sliding dogs here that are, you know, they have little brackets to hold them in place. I need this someday. It's all pretty heavy duty stuff too. I'm not sure what gauge steel this is, but you know, that's damn near 1/8 of an inch thick. So then this goes here like this. And then it goes like that. I'll slide that other one down here. There it is. You bring that one in like that. So there is basically like a little rip fence. You can take your stuff off and you can feed stuff through there and sand it. I guess, sand it to thickness. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm going to use that yet, but it comes with that unit. And it also comes with this handy dandy little miter gauge, which I don't really need to open, but I will because I have other miter gauges around here that are basically the same thing. It looks like it's all standard. Yeah, it's standard 3/4 of an inch, like a regular miter gauge, or a standard old-fashioned. It's not metric is what I'm trying to get at. Well, that's just a little piece of cast aluminum. Perfect for what we're doing here. Oh, and it actually has a little dog on the bottom. So it will lock itself in there also. Oh yeah, there. So that also, when you lock it down, when you tighten that down, not only does it lock the miter, but actually locks it in place. So that is kind of nice. Now mine would not do that. And it's got little stoppers on it that you can lift up or take down. So you could set it at a miter and go to town. So I'll just take that out of there for now and put that down below. I'm checking with my instructions here. It looks like I got everything. It looks like the last thing to do is to hook up the dust collection, which I'm going to temporarily do just so we can try this thing out. Of course, I don't have everything all set up here the way I want it yet, but I am going to hook up this dust collector to that 4-inch port right there. And yeah, we'll turn this thing on. Maybe we'll adjust the belt and see how she tracks and try it out. Okay, we have the dust collector temporarily hooked up to it now so we can sand something. I have not switched the power over yet. I need to go to the hardware store and get a new 220 plug-in for that so I can plug it into my 220 outlets that I have running out here. But for right now, I have it running to 110, a 20 amp circuit, it will work like that, but I'm sure it will work a lot more efficiently once I hook it up to the 220. So we're just going to turn this thing on. This is right out of the box. I haven't done any adjusting yet because I don't know. So I'm just going to turn it on and off real quick just to see how it tracks. Oh, look at that, right out of the box. It's perfect. Look at that. Perfectly adjusted right from the factory. I'm a little close for comfort right there on my table, but you know, it's a nice even gap, and I'm not touching it anywhere. There's about 1/8 of an inch there. I wonder if I can move that out a little bit, just so I'm not so close. You know, you can't do it. It looks like you can only move it up and down, so it's set up just right. They have 1/8 of an inch there. Well, let's turn on the old dust collector and give her a try. Let's find a nice piece of wood. Hey, let's use that leftover piece of leopard wood there. So we have a raw edge right there. Of course, this only comes with a 100 grit belt. I'll be getting some 80s. That gave me a very nice edge. Still, I didn't go all the way down yet, but that is a perfectly smooth, straight edge. That is beautiful. You know, that's going to come in handy. I want to make some medallions coming up here for the hardwood floors. For hardwood floors, you know, I make medallions for entryways and stuff like that. I've made them in the past, but this is going to give me the ability to sand perfect square 90s so that when I fit those together, they fit together really nicely. And I'm going to use it for a lot of stuff. This is the new addition to the shop. Okay, this is going to conclude this video. This is just the purchase, the unboxing, the setup, and I tried it all out. You can see I didn't have to adjust it at all. It was adjusted perfectly out of the shop. This is going to be a great sander. This is an Oliver. Guy named Tony down at the Oliver distributorship here in Seattle. He sold it to me, gave me a good deal on this. You know, I bought it yesterday, which is, you know, the day before the last day of the year. So I got it at last year's prices. He said they're going up about $300 after the first of the year, but I got this for $1,299 plus tax. Came to $1,400 and some change. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you like what you see. If you see anything, hit that subscribe button. We could always use your support.